So I wasn't aware that Pat McAfee wasn't going to be on commentary again this week. And this week we got Corey Graves instead of Wade Barrett.
Hmm.
And so I was excited because I've made it clear that I do not like Pat McAfee's commentary.
Very
So
clear.
yeah. So I was excited and I'm seeing a lot more people join the bandwagon, which I was a little bit surprised about because I feel like obviously Pat is in WWE because of the brand that he's made with his show and the podcast and whatever. And that has grown beyond people who just watch sports and want to hear what he has to say because obviously he on the Pat McAfee show, they talk about things other than sports too. So he's created a fan base for himself within wrestling. And so a lot of people have loved him and they're like, oh my God, I love his commentary. I love that he gets in the ring, blah, blah, blah. But I think he's been getting a lot more flack for his current run on commentary. Like I've seen a lot more people talking negatively about how he started versus like where he's at now because it does feel like there's quite a big difference. And um I saw it on TikTok where a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Graves is so good on commentary. Like, I wish that he was back on Raw." One girl was saying that Michael Cole and McAfee are good, but like basically all they do is fuck around the whole time, and so it's like that could be like super distracting when you're like trying to watch a match or you're listening and then you're hearing McAfee like he doesn't stop talking, like he doesn't he's not okay with the silence that is okay in wrestling. You know, when someone's making their entrance, it's
Yeah,
fine. You don't have
he's.
to be talking while it's happening.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I guess I was like, it was interesting to me to see people gravitate towards Graves after what has been happening with him since he got moved from Raw to NXT and whatever,
Hmm.
and then backing away from McAfee. Like this is not something that I was thinking that was going to happen at any
It
point.
is. It's sad to me because I love McAfee and I love when he's on like that. He reminds me of a more appropriate Jerry Lawler. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Jerry
but
Lawler was more, obscene with the, puppies and those type of comments where McAfee feels like he's one of your buddies hanging out in the basement reacting to a sports play.
and see,
And
like
that's what I like about this era. It feels
I'm
like we're
the
getting more of those
opposite.
fans.
I like people to like. I think it's because I'm so used to watching wrestling like by myself, or like,
Exactly.
that I get into a headspace where I'm like, shut up, like I just want to listen, I
You
just
want to
want to
hear
watch,
everything. You want to
and then
hear it all.
I don't mind like talking about things and whatever, obviously, but I think that like you can and I can kind of tune out McAfee. It's just I think that there's just like the subtle things that are annoying. Like I said, when he just won't stop talking when someone's coming out. Or it's like he'll talk over people as they're cutting a promo. And I'm just like, bro, like it's just these like little things that is like,
Yeah.
stop, just
It's
stop.
like the unwritten rules of like wrestling fans, not WWE. And that's like one thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Lost my train
Yeah.
of
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do because I'm not really sure why McAfee hasn't been around or, um, you know, Graves apparently is in better standing now with the company than he was a few months ago when he was like trying to make it this like big controversy. And even I was defending Pat in that moment because I'm like, when we're talking about star power, like, yeah, they're not gonna boot McAfee off of commentary for you, Graves. Like they're
Well,
not.
that's the it's their relation. It's the Michael Cole Pat McAfee
Yeah, well,
relationship
and
that's been
Netflix. That's
that too.
that's it.
But you know what the thing with with their relationship is that it brings back the nostalgia of I'll start with Monsoon and Heenan, those 80s wrestling fans who remember those two on commentary. JR and King, you remember those two on commentary, at least like that fan.
Hmm.
That's this era's, and it's not it's you're right. It is not it's a different type of commentary that you're getting
Hmm.
because it feels like it's two buddies doing commentary instead of two commentators.
Well, and I've talked about it how like it I don't love it. I
Mhm.
have a very like a lot of my brain when it comes to wrestling is I tend to like the older stuff. Like I tend to like old school ways of going about things. Like why do you think I like Gunther? It's like because he's such a classic wrestler, you know? So I don't like I don't love seeing McAfee and Cole yeeting and stuff. Like it's like it just at a certain point it just becomes kind of old. So it'll be interesting to see how WWE goes about this in the future. I assume that if McAfee ever has to be out again, we'll see Graves. I mean, he'll be out obviously for football season. So I wonder if maybe Graves will for sure take that over.
That's the thing that Graves needs to realize, that like McAfee is not there to be the next Jerry Lawler. Like he's
No,
not like
that's not his plan.
that's not his plan. That's not what the WWE wants. That's not what he wants. What they want is to bring that feeling back. They want to bring that feeling of those buddy commentators back. And we live in a world now where that wrestling is given to us, and you also can have the more Corey Graves and Michael Cole style of commentary. Sarah, I really think you would like New Japan, like that style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Dante Toro's doing with his channel, just going back
Mm-hmm.
and watching those.
Mm-hmm.
The way you watch wrestling, I feel like that would be your thing. Like, I've been trying to get you to watch AEW and all that. No, like fuck that. Go straight to New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
We should do a watch along of Okada Omega.
Okay.
That would, because have you ever seen that match in full?
No, I've never seen it in general.
Okay. I've only seen the first match of their 4 that they've had, because 5, it'll be their 5th first on American soil.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen the first one, and it legitimately changed how I watch wrestling forever. So